My name is Wilson. Most of my experience in public speaking is working with our youth group at church, as well as the leadership roles I used to take in music back in high school. How I got involved in public speaking was that I was kind of just forced to do public speaking, taking up leadership roles. It's something that's pretty unavoidable when you step into leadership roles and working with youth groups, working with a lot of teenagers. You're having to speak out to like a congregation of both youth and people alike. But through that, it became a more natural thing. It became a more natural thing as I stepped into my role and found my identity within public speaking. So the first time I ever did public speaking was back in primary school when we were forced to do a presentation about our favorite hobby, and it would run about 2 to 3 minutes long. And so we were just talking about our favorite hobby. I think my favorite part about it was just simply expressing my opinions on my favorite hobby, and just in class just to get to know who I am and just engage with them, and it's just so they understand where I come from and my identity. Yeah, so definitely I didn't feel like I needed public speaking skills originally at school, but it definitely made it a lot easier to work with a lot of people when it came to my schooling years. So in my senior years, back in year 12, as I stepped up more in leadership and spoke more to just audiences and just spoke general things. Didn't have to be the things I voiced my opinions on, but it definitely helped me gain that confidence and definitely helped me articulate what I want to say a little bit better. Even after high school, obviously I'm working in a church, so obviously I'm serving a youth group where I engage with youth, teenagers, but also a congregation of just adults. But even past that, when we're talking about say university or wherever you're working at, right? You have to engage, you have to interact with so many different types of people. You never know who you have to interact with, and you're all by yourself when you get to that stage. So you kind of just have to force yourself to be public speaking, be in that setting of just public speaking, just talking to them, even if you don't because you gotta work, you gotta get stuff yourself, you gotta figure out all the things by yourself, and you're kind of on your own there. So you have to break that barrier of, okay, I'm gonna ask someone for help, I'm gonna get help myself. Probably my biggest challenge with public speaking was I used to get stage fright, so I used to be really nervous on stage, not even just speaking, just being on stage there, and I'd always be very nervous. And I think public speaking really helped me break that barrier, because public speaking, not only did I gain confidence, but I also gained a grip and a sense of my identity and where I stand in the room. So through that, I think through that confidence and gaining and figuring out who I am and my identity, that really helped me overcome my stage fright, and I'm able to talk to whoever it is in the room. It doesn't matter if I know them very well, if I don't know them very well, but at least it helped me find who I was in a room and the role that I played in society. It's very rewarding when I see the youth, when I see the kids, I say youth, but the kids achieve something. When I see them achieve something with the hard work that you put in, I think that's the most rewarding thing about coaching, and just share, because all I'm doing is just sharing what I've learned from public speaking, and seeing them take that and then learn something more. I think that's the most rewarding part about coaching, so that's what I enjoy about it. Yeah, I do. I think it's I'm a teacher and a youth leader, and it's kind of that perfect balance in between the two of them. So even though there's a bit of teaching, there's that freedom where you're letting the kids think up of, be creative as they want, because kids are very creative. They'll kind of lead the discussions themselves, but you just have to start it. So I think it's that perfect balance between teaching and just fostering a discussion. I think for me, one of the biggest helpful things for me was, of course, the content is pretty important. You want to run through what each of the different grade levels will go through, from even prep all the way to grade 9. But I think that even though that's important, the most important thing is just thinking about your choice of words, because you want to be as coherent as possible to the younger kids. You don't want to sound very confusing and just flood them with the details of each content. You just want to make it as simple and as enjoyable as possible for the kids, because that's just something that they just want to learn. So yeah, you just want to make it as simple as possible for the kids. just the typical, just breathe in, breathe out, but also it's just have a quick glance of what you're going to say in your mind, because even though you may be very passionate about what you want to say, you need to calm yourself down a little first before you say it, because it may come out a little bit not as coherent as you would want it if you're too excited about it and you're too like shaky about it. So you gotta take deep breaths in, out, and then just think about slowly what you're gonna say and communicate in the most cohesive manner. So you don't want to just blurt out a bunch of words that correlate to it. You also want to sound like, you know, it makes sense and you know what you're saying. I would highly encourage it because it will definitely help them find themselves and their confidence. It will definitely build up a level of their confidence. It will help them find their identity. It will definitely help them find, be more comfortable around speaking to anyone in the room. You know, they don't have to feel like, you know, there's just someone who doesn't really have a voice in the corner, but they can speak out what they want to say. Even if they don't have to be a leader, but it just gives them a form of confidence and a form of identity in a room, full of whoever it could be, strangers or friends, it doesn't matter.